Hey there, what's up? What's up? My name is Alasia Lizana. This is another episode of Enough is Enough. This is my fifth attempt, I believe, at trying to make this video. The devil does not want me to make this video. He is in strong, full effect. He really, really is. So, let me talk to y'all. I want to talk about some things that I've seen on social media. I've also heard it before, but recently it's been social media that I've been seeing it on. A lot of people are asking each other or making posts wondering why there is so much hate and strife in America today, why there's so much violence, gun violence, domestic violence, all types of forms of violence. Well, it's because America has pushed God out of it. America has just completely pushed God out. Lots of American people have just pushed God out of our country. They said, we don't need you anymore. We've got cars that are electric. We've got all these nice bougie places, all these new theme parks that get added, all this other bougie, luxurious, different types of stuff that gets added, all these people that hit jackpots and get loaded with lots of money and get famous and all that. They said, we don't need you, God. We don't need you anymore. We're good. We don't need you anymore. And they've just pushed him out. When they are so wrong. We need God so much. I, for one, know that. That's why I'm making this video. Because I know that. I cannot live my life without God. I cannot exist without God. I cannot make it without God. I cannot breathe without God. So why would people just suddenly turn on him and say, we don't need you anymore? Or we've heard this and we've heard this about you, so now we don't want to have anything to do with you. We heard you're this way and we heard you're that way, and so we don't want anything to do with you anymore. It makes me so sad because I want God to come back home. America is his home. This is his country. The world is his, and every country inside of it is his, including America. That's why the Pledge of Allegiance that was taken out of schools, God being taken out of schools, that kind of spoke that. Not kind of, that did, actually, it spoke that. My favorite thing when I'd go to school when I was a little kid in elementary and middle school, my favorite thing, because junior high school, I believe, is the last time I remember that, and I'm 40 years old. So early junior high school is the last time I remember saying that in school. But I remember it word for word today. And let me say it here with you. We put our right hands over our heart and we say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All. Why would we get rid of something like that? Why would we get rid of a reminder that literally tells us this is God's country? The freedom and everything we have in this country is because of God. Not the hate. The hate and all the toxicity and the negativity and the violence and all of that is because of the devil. And God's trying to stop it, but everyone's making it hard for God to do his job by pushing him out of America, by damning him so much, using that awful GD word, saying the Lord's name in vain, damning him. American people, some of you American people, I'm here to tell you, you've done it to yourselves. You brought it upon yourselves. Us God-fearing Americans have realized our mistakes and what mistake we've made, and we're quickly turning to God and not away from him. We're quickly getting on the path with God again and not running in the other direction, because we know God is the one. He is the Alpha and the Omega. All these men on social media with that alpha male bull crap. Baby, you ain't no alpha male. You a boy trapped in a man's body, I'm sorry to say, because any man who says that is not a true God-fearing man of God. They don't truly fear God. Any man who says that they're an alpha male, or any woman who says they're an alpha female, does not truly fear God. Because if they did, they would never say that, because they know it is blasphemy against God, who is the true Alpha. He is the true Alpha, because he is the Alpha and the Omega. So he is the true Alpha. So all these little people on X.com or Twitter or whatever it's called today, calling themselves alpha males, you have been misguided and misled down the wrong path, baby. Because there ain't no alpha in existence in this world, male or female, because God is the only Alpha himself. God says, I am the Alpha and I am the Omega, and there can be no other Alpha and Omega other than me. So, people, you want to know why we have this thick, heavy, looming cloud over America filled with hate? It's because you pushed God out of America. You took him out of schools. You took him out of businesses and places and the public. All of this, there should be a separation of church and state. Oh, okay. No. No. There should never be a separation of God and America. Never. Not ever. Not never ever. And people practicing this separation of church and state, that's why so much is going on. All this non-God-fearing behavior. That's why you got women killing their unborn child, trying to justify that at a certain time frame in the pregnancy that it's not considered a baby, when that is bull crap. It's a baby the moment it's created inside you, because God is also creating it from the soul that he instills. The moment the mommy and the daddy creates the baby, God puts a soul inside of it. God doesn't say, oh, let me wait 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 10 or 12 weeks in the pregnancy before I put a soul inside of it and make it a human being. No, he don't work that way. God puts the soul inside the baby and makes it a human being the moment the sperm meets the egg and combines. So therefore, abortion is murder. It is killing God's gift that he has given to you and put a soul inside of. Yeah, it's horrible when you get raped or something like that happens, but it's not the baby's fault. It's not the baby's fault that you got raped. When you get pregnant, it's a test. It's God testing you to see if you're going to take out your trauma and all of that on the child, or if you're going to do the right thing like lots of mothers that were rape victims do. They raise their child. I know one personally. She's raised her child for 7 years and loves her every day. And she was raped at 15. But she didn't take it out on her baby and have an abortion. Now, if you can't bring it in your heart to love that baby, then at least do the human decency thing and give it up for adoption to a couple or to a home, to a family, or to a person that will love the child, that will show it love. At least give it life. At least give it that. If you can't love the baby, God will understand that. God will completely understand and forgive your choice. If you decide that you cannot love the baby that he's given you, and you at least give it life and give it up for adoption and give it a chance at life and for someone to love the baby, then God will forgive you for that. He will say, well, at least you carried my child safely into the world, my child that's of my creation, safely into the world, and gave it a chance at a breath of life in the world, and to be loved and all that stuff. And he'll forgive you. He'll understand. He'll forgive you for not being able to love the baby. And he'll understand the decision that you made to give the baby up for adoption. And he'll appreciate that decision, because at least you didn't murder and kill the baby. Which, if you know the 10 Commandments, commandment number 5 says, thou shalt not kill. And abortion is killing your baby. So you're in fact violating God's 5th commandment, his 5th law, and his commandment of 10 laws. And you wonder why we have so much hate and strife and violence in this world. It's not because of the LGBT community, trans people, or gay or lesbian or bisexual people. It's not because of any community. It's because of these different human beings. It's because of the white human beings, the black human beings, the Hispanic human beings, the Asian human beings, the trans human beings, the bi human beings, the gay human beings, the lesbian human beings. It's because of those certain ones in the different communities that are committing the actions that they're doing is why there's so much hate in the world. It's not because of a person identifies as trans or as transitioned or identifies as gay or lesbian, or because a black person and a white person got married and made a baby. It's not because of any of that. That is so stupid, because that is not God. God is all about diversity. He is a diverse celestial being himself. Him and his son Jesus and his wife, the Virgin Mother Mary. They are diversity. That's why God is many colors and not just one color. And people have failed to realize that it's not because of the certain community itself. It's the different types of people that falsely represent that community, because you have people out here claiming to be gay or lesbian or bi or even trans to get special attention, to become famous or get this special attention. And it's disgusting and disrespect, because they're out here doing all these things that real trans people like me or real gay people or lesbian people or bi people would not do, because we're not like that. We're not hateful, violent people. We are loving, kind hearted people who believe in God and who love God. And we know that God loves us, and we know God created us. Yes, he did create us, but he didn't want us to be hateful the way that we are. A lot of people that are being so hateful and misrepresenting the trans community or the gay community or the lesbian community or people in the Asian community or African American community or Hispanic community. Even God himself gets misrepresented. People say that they're Christian and they're a man or a woman of God and they believe in God, but they go out and judge people and cut people down and gossip and talk about them and all of that good stuff. And gossip is the worst sin of all. I did not know that until I heard a pastor say that on a TikTok video, that gossip is one of the worst sins of all, because it's an assassination of the person's character. Like, God actually looks at gossip a little harder than he does you murdering a human being. He looks at them about the same way, but gossip a little harder, because murder, you're assassinating the person. Gossip is assassinating their character. So you're essentially murdering their character by saying that they're this and they're that, whether it's true or not, saying that they're this and saying that they're that. You're in fact assassinating their character. So gossip is one of the worst things. And I'm no saint to that. Like, I used to gossip like you would not believe. And now I try to live my life by not making God angry by doing that. Like, I catch myself, I try to stop myself. I say, no, I'm not going to participate in that. I'm not going to gossip about that person, speak of this. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And the devil has come at me hard, and I've kind of slipped, and I've had to catch myself. None of us are perfect. I still have moments where I slip. I kind of slip and find myself gossiping, and I have to stop myself. Or other different things. I have to remind myself, Alasia, you're getting close with God. You're getting closer to God. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know God doesn't like that. And it works. Just do that for yourself. Tell yourself God's not going to like that. God's not going to be happy with that. That's going to make God upset with you. So let's not do that. And then when you do something that you know it's good, encourage yourself to do it. If you want to do something you know is good, encourage yourself to go ahead and do it. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I am going to help that person with the $50 they need, or help them with this, or I am going to do that, or I'm going to do this good deed or this good thing, or whatever that's good and positive. Do it, because that makes God happy. That's what's wrong with the world today. Nobody is practicing the other commandment either, of love thy neighbor. Nobody's loving their neighbor anymore. Everybody's hating their neighbor. Heck, everybody's trying to shoot their damn neighbor. So, like, love thy neighbor, that commandment went out the window too. Thou shalt not kill, that one has went out the window so many times. The abortion thing has thrown it out the window, because abortion is killing God's gift. Um, the gun violence has tossed thou shalt not kill out the window, because so many people have senselessly died due to gun violence. So many people. And a lot of it is because of hatred, racism, and bigotry. All these beautiful African American men and women that are being senselessly murdered by people that are racist against them, and see them as a threat just because their skin is black. Oh my God, their skin is black. They're automatically a threat. They're a gangster. They're a hoodlum. That is so stupid and idiotic. Oh, she's trans. She's automatically going to corrupt my child. She's a horrible, evil person. She's going to corrupt my child. When I agree, children should not transition. You should wait at least until you're 17 or 18 years old to begin to transition and have the surgery and all that. Well, to have the surgery. You should be allowed to start to transition around, I'd say at least, 12 or 13, when you begin to start puberty. So you don't have to go through puberty and then reverse all of it. But these kids that are 11 and 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, no, leave them alone. Children that are like 11 to 12 and under, which are under the puberty age, yeah, leave them alone. Let them be a child. Now, if you want to talk to them about the different things so you can educate your child so they don't grow up to be hateful bigots and racists like some of these other adults have grown up to be because they were taught hate, then, okay, don't bring them to a drag show. Now, a drag queen sitting down and reading a children's book is harmless. If they're reading a harmless children's book, it's not doing any harm. They're not sitting there telling them, oh, go put on drag, be a drag queen like us. No, they're just trying to spread joy and love and read books for children and show that they're not dangerous and evil and scary and bad to children. The biggest threat to children actually is public transportation, such as this new Uber teen. Allowing your child to ride public transportation alone, 17 and under especially. No kid 17 and under should ride public transportation alone. Ever. Especially without an adult at least 25 or older. That's why sex trafficking, child trafficking, all that is so high. Because all of these public transportation and all this stuff like Uber Teen and all of that is making it easier for the children to be targeted. Oh, I can track my child on the app from the time they leave the one destination to the time they get to where they're going. Okay, is that app going to show you when some psychopath makes an attempt or whatever, or however he completes the task of hijacking the vehicle that they're being Ubered in, the app is not going to show you that. Yeah, you're going to see that the vehicle is not moving, but to you that could mean like, oh, they're just at a red light. When in reality, they've been hijacked. They've been stopped and hijacked. And I seen in one of the Uber teen commercials that it was a teen boy and a teen girl riding together to the movies in the Uber teen. That doesn't make the children any safer. That makes the situation actually a higher risk, because the boy is going to get killed and the girl is going to get kidnapped and raped, or they're both going to get taken and used for whatever. So an app that you can track your child does not guarantee their safety. You being with them in the vehicle or on the public transportation with your eyes glued to them guarantees their safety. Not some app that you can track the vehicle itself on. And so therefore, with that matter, I believe that a law should be passed making it illegal for anyone under 17 and under, to ride any form of public transportation, city bus, Uber, Lyft, shuttle, trolley, any type of public transportation. Anyone 17 and under should not be able to ride it alone unless they have someone 25 and older. And I say 25 and older because someone at that age or older presents a lower risk of the child or the child and that person being kidnapped, both taken. So that's something to think about. But I want to move back to this hate thing. We are going to continue to have so much hate and so much strife and so much violence, negativity, toxicity, poisonous venom from people. We're going to continue to have that until the choice is made to start bringing God back into America, to make America God-fearing again. All these people want to walk around, all these people who are for Trump want to walk around and say, make America great again, make America great again. First of all, that is an old, tired, boring campaign that needs to be retired, because it did nothing but spread hate and create a cult and all other things negative and toxic behind the whole MAGA thing. Like, that just needs to go ASAP. Someone tell Trump he needs to come up with a new campaign. I have one for him if he would follow me. And that's, you cannot make America great again until you make America God-fearing again. America cannot be great again until America is God-fearing again. So my hashtag MAGFA, make America God-fearing again. Because we all me and everyone else in America and in this world needs to fear God. And life will go much better because we will become much better people. Because people that are non-God fearing cannot be the full extent of the better person that they're meant to be. Because they're not fearing God. They're living their life with no fear of God. So they think they're above it all when they're not. So make the right choice to start fearing God again. Live your life each day with the motto in your mind that I don't want to do anything that would make God angry at me. I want to make God proud of me. I want to make him happy with me. I don't want to do anything to make him angry with me. And all of this hate and violence and abortions and all this other negative, toxic type of stuff is making God angry. And we want that to change. We don't want him to be angry anymore. We want to make God happy. So I'm going to end this video. I want to say, spread love, not hate. Abortion is killing God's gift. I wish to be America's next vice president, and I wish to be the person to reform Donald Trump by being his friend, showing him the true love of God and the true light of God, and erasing that hate from his heart. I've accomplished so many other great things under God. I believe I can accomplish that if I was given the chance. Hopefully the opportunity presents itself where I am given that chance. Only God knows. So I want to end this video by saying, love thy neighbor, love yourself. As I said before, spread love, not hate. Let's work together to reform America, just like Jesus reformed us all over 2,000 years ago of our sin. Let's reform America and get this hate and all of that negative, toxic, evil stuff out of our country and out of our world. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. I love you all. Good night.